Will I be looking at Trains 20 to 19? The last Trains wasn't very good. Are they going to majorly update it? The big one is huge, yeah. I don't think Mrs. Squirrel wants the bigger one if we went down that direction, but it could be useful for me. Because, with my flying and stuff, you know, I've been thinking about my flying, like, would I want to run an iPad in there? Or maybe the bigger iPhone? I'm not sure. Because if I got an iPad, I'd have to buy another iPad with a SIM in it. Whereas if I used a big iPhone, then I can use it as a phone. I hate doing that. I should remap the space key. Thanks. You alright? Huh? Yeah, Basil Bush, because it's all gone very meh. That's why. Like, Train Sim World, you just... I don't know. It's uninspiring. Like, the graphics are there, but every time they release a DLC, it's just the same structure to everyone. There's no, like, scenarios that are, like, really challenging and interesting anymore. It's just, here's a new train, here's some track, and a schedule, off you go. There used to be, here's a train, right? Here's some scenarios with a bunch of challenges you can do, and some are easy and some are difficult. And each one was different. Wow! Did you see that truck? He just nailed the third trailer? Oh my god. Absolutely smashed the third trailer. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use the iPad or use an iPad or a big iPhone in while I'm flying. I need to see how big that screen is. But then again, I'm not sure if I want to carry around a massive phone that's, you know, like... Trains 2017 looks similar to Train Sim World, where you can move about. Well, that wouldn't make me interested, to be honest. Like, I'm happy that Train Sim World uses, like, has what I would say is modern graphics. Like, realistic looking graphics and stuff. I think the physics in it, though, is not quite where it should be. It doesn't feel as heavy, and like, the carriages don't feel as... The physics simulation of it doesn't feel right to me. I could be wrong, but it doesn't feel right. But more importantly than that, it's just the whole scenario thing is just not as good as it used to be in Train Sim. No, we're not going to Jackpot. Johan Jennings, how you doing?
Oh, yeah.
That's the reason that you like OMSI. Yeah, but OMSI's got its own problems. It has dated graphics. It has dated graphics, like a rubbish AI system. You know, there's lots of things bad about it. The clunkiest interface ever. And that's why I was thinking Lotus would just be like so much better than OMSI, but it just looks like a slightly improved OMSI.
Welcome back.
Does Mrs. Squirrel watch Love Island? The daughters do. Mrs. Squirrel watches now and again, I think. Squirrel Logistics just ordered your freezer for almost $15.80 from Boots, cheapest I could find. I thought somebody in chat was saying it was $1,300 on Amazon, which I find hard to believe. I think you'll like it, Squirrel Logistics. I'm quite happy with it, but then I've only had it a couple of days. It's the hatch, man. The hatch and the ice cubes.
Happy anniversary.
You saw 3D trees in Lotus. Jason B, thank you for 19 months. Scottish King, welcome back. Oh, Ben, thank you for 2 months. Oh god, I'm reading chat and completely missed my turn. This is not good. Guys, can you move back a bit, please? Yeah. Don't know if off-roading's gonna work. Not with all those rocks. It's a long way in the wrong direction. Oh, the shadow on that trailer. Rip-a-doodle-doo. Track limits? Shh. It's only on a 1X, it's fine. Spin tires, imagine.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Warrior, thank you for 32. Just playing Mud Run, a frustrating game at times. Nah, it's a pretty good game, but it works better with if you play it with somebody else in case you get stuck. Can I afford to get an iPhone XS Plus? I don't know. I've no idea until I speak to Apple and say how much would it cost me if I upgraded this on my Apple Care plan. I don't need to upgrade a phone. I'm quite happy with the one I've got, to be honest. Urban Jack, sorry, thank you for 3 months. Clanky, have you never seen my 2 days at Scania videos? If not, you should go and watch them. What do I think of the Apple Watch? I don't have one. It doesn't really appeal to me, Shoot Bandits. Although I think I read somewhere that the latest Apple Watch has a... Is it a battery life that's less than 24 hours or something? And I was like, if that's true, why the heck would you want that? My Fitbit lasts like 5 or 6 days. 18-hour battery life. That would absolutely do my head in. The Scottish King, thank you for 11 months, nearly a year. When you sleep and you charge it. Yeah, but I mean, if it's saying 18 hours, it probably isn't 18 hours. It's probably like a realistic 12. I mean, the problem with these little like Apple Watches and that kind of thing for me personally is if the screen is too small, my fingers are too fat to like start clicking icons and seeing text and things like this. And if the screen is big enough, then it looks stupid on your wrist because it's like having a medallion stuck on the side of your wrist. So either way, it just doesn't work. And I've always got my phone next to me or in my pocket, and I can just pull that out, so I don't need this thing on my wrist. So like the downsides just outweigh the upsides for me. I've never driven an Audi RS6, Rowan. I have no idea. What's my opinion on cookies? Do you mean edible cookies or browser cookies? You charge your Fitbit every Sunday, usually it lasts till Friday, Saturday. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it lasts about 5-6 days usually. I don't know, if people are happy to wear smartwatches, good luck to them. They're not for me. Samand... Hang on. Samand Wambashu Banana or something. Please read out my name, and would you like Ice Road Trucking DLC for ATS? Yes and no. Samand. Yes and no. Like, they'd have to improve the physics in this game to make that viable properly. It would be fun to drive around Alaska and that kind of thing, but if you're thinking of, you know, actually the challenge of driving in icy conditions, they would need to improve the physics in this before they could do it. Nexus Dude, I believe that comes under self-advertising chat rule. What's its hype for Oregon next month? Are they bringing it out next month on Phillips? Yeah, if Spin Tires were to take their engine, take their graphic, take their whole physics engine and do something on ice, I think that would be amazing. I think that would be a next logical step, right? Rather than having more map DLC that's based in muddy wetlands, which is fun, they could do something that's based in, you know, like Alaska, where you're taking logs across semi-frozen lakes and things like this, where you can easily just ditch it if you don't stick on ice that's thick enough. And of course, it would depend on the weight of your trailer and that kind of thing. That would be a pretty cool game. Connor, one thing I use my phone a lot for is mobile tickets whilst I'm on the bus, so how would that work with an Apple Watch? Don't think it would, Connor. I don't think the display would be good enough for it. Look at that. Yeah, you can play spin tires with the wheel. Yeah, the QR code might work on the phone. But say you were like, I don't know, if you were boarding a plane and you showing your pass, I don't think the phone would work. The watch would work then. Realistically, you can't reverse a truck. Level 35 hype, 18 wheels of skill. Ooh, got a point. What do points make? Ooh, jackpot. Literally. Should we take some flour or some dry fruit jackpot? What do you think they need? You have your plane ticket on your Apple Watch. So it actually works, S&D. It doesn't with a QR code. That's true, Baz. Baz has got a point. If you go into jackpot, you need to take fruits because you get fruits on the slot machines, right? Oh, Jeff, thanks, buddy. He spun that truck around while he was working on those combine headers there. What a star. Flour is boring. What, but fruit isn't? What? Really is pitch black. So it says in the blog, does it, L. Phillips? The truck at night looks like the Coca-Cola truck. I don't know what international it'll be. Yeah, I think the rear trail's got a different light configuration. I'll have to fix that when I go to the mechanic. Yep, Christmas is 99 days away. That is very, very scary. Which means the end of the year is only like 106 away. Or even 105, possibly. The International is the Lone Star. It was leaked by a dev. Good job, dev. SND Victor. Sorry, I meant it does work with a QR code, but I got a typo in my message. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess it could display a QR code, but not much else, right? Carthu showed a sneak peek. Who's ready for Halloween? Are you kidding me? What's so great about Halloween? Yeah, the shadows are broken on some of the trailers. Yeah, Daniel Nemec is the guy that Pavel got to essentially run the community side of things. He's like think of him as like the community manager, but he also kind of deals with people like me and other, you know, influencers as they're called, and the public companies. Like he's not Pavel's PA. That's the wrong phrase, but he's definitely like him and Pavel are talking all the time, and he's taking some of the load off Pavel so he can focus on the other stuff, because Pavel used to do all that. He used to write all the blogs. I still think that Pavel reads all the blogs and double checks it before they go out, but I suspect that Mr. Nemec is the one who's writing the bulk of it now. Halloween Bake Off? Probably. Matty H. Yeah, finally some delegation, Connor. Finally. In Poundland, they've already started selling Advent and Halloween items. I'm not surprised. The shops now sell things about 3 to 4 months in advance of the event. It's ridiculous. And I think they do it because they're frightened of missing out to a competitor who's doing it. Like if they start 2 weeks later than a competitor, to them that's like, oh my god, we could be missing out on sales here.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Hey Big Bambo. Nick333, almost on 60 months. Big numbers. Can I explain the bake-off thing? Yeah. Normally happens is we have like, if it's a Halloween bake-off, then generally they'll make things like cookies or cakes or something like that. And then they'll be decorated with a Halloween theme. And they'll be decorated usually by Mrs. Squirrel. Usually my daughters and Doyle will do one. He'll have an entry as well. And then you guys get to judge which is the best. That's kind of how it works. What's that? What? Pepperoni or meat feast? Meat feast. Don't burn it because the oven cooks quicker. Just saying. Oh my god. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far, Cuddle. But my son made pizza yesterday, and he probably put it in for the same amount of time as you would normally put it in for our old oven, and you could clearly see it was burnt. Like, not badly, but it was overdone. So I think the oven cooks quicker. Well, not really cobalt. You just set it to the temperature that it says on the packet and then adjust the time. Kitchen's nearly done, Big Bad Mower. Yeah, it's a Neff fan-assisted oven. It's a double oven though, so you've actually got a small oven at the top, so you can just do pizza in that one and use less energy, which is cool. Because the oven will heat up a lot quicker. I think it was an Asda pizza, I couldn't tell. Probably a Tesco, I guess. You just said meat feast and your dog looked up at you like yes. Well, the last one was a fan-assisted oven as well, Habific, but I think it was over 10 years old, so... And it was, you know, it was a relatively cheap oven compared to the one we've got. Big Bad Mower, I showed a video of the fridge about an hour ago. It was like a quick spinning tour of the kitchen, and it had the fridge in it as well. Thing is, the kitchen won't be properly finished for a few weeks because I need to get paint. And I need to get some new blinds, and the painter's not going to come in for a few weeks, so it won't be finished. But we started to move some things back in. What's wrong with the pepperoni, sweet corn, and pineapple pizza? Yeah, you can ditch the sweet corn, but other than that, it's fine. Oh, scumbag lights. Well, I guess he knows something I don't about where the white line is. I have no clue where it is. I don't know, Idecima, you must know that people like different things. Yeah? Some people like pineapple on pizza, some people don't. Some people like Marmite on toast, some people don't. Some people like anchovies on pizza, some people don't. Everybody's different. Like, there's honestly no right answer. Because your taste buds are different to mine. You know, so when I eat something, what tastes good to me may not taste good to you. Oh, I just missed the train, I think. Yeah, what train? That loco. It would be nice if they actually put proper size freight trains in the game. Captain JC, I believe it's spelled lobster, not lobster. ER. Lobster. But I don't like it. I wanted to like lobster so much, but I just couldn't get on with it. I like crab. Crab's nice. Your accent. Yeah. Lobster. Your accent doesn't come across in your spelling. Exactly. Tattoo. Hey Heyman, that's gangster, not gangster. Pepperoni in a chocolate fountain? Dude, that's gotta be so weird. I can't imagine that working. I love prawns. I absolutely love prawns, Nexus. Shellfish? Not really. If it tastes of the sea, I don't like it. That kind of salty, saline taste of the sea, I just can't deal with at all. It's 70 down here, but that's okay. We can do 40 if you want. Yeah, but floating fat man, that's just a technicality.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Obel, thank you for 10 months. This feels like a NASCAR road train. Fried mermaid, with or without fries? Haggis, no. I haven't tried monkey brain either. Or sheep's eyes, but I know they're a delicacy in certain countries.
Ay, 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 ay.
Squirrel Logistics, do you think SCS will catch up with Pro Mods? What do you mean, catch up with them? Do you mean, like, in the countries they've done? I think maybe not. What's annoying, Squirrel Logistics, is the fact that SCS Pro Mods basically built a load of countries.
Game over, man. Game over.
Pro Mods built a lot of countries around the base game, and then SCS have come along and they've kind of implemented the countries that we've already had in Pro Mods, which is a double whammy. It means, firstly, we've already driven in that country. It's just SCS's take on it instead of Pro Mods. And secondly, Pro Mods then have to, like, reintegrate what they already did to work with the base game. So, it would be great if they actually did completely different countries and then you can get the best of both worlds. But it's not going to happen. Kamikaze Pug, some of NC have gotten almost 3 feet of rain with this hurricane. It's been very wet. 3 feet of rain. Oh my god. I know there was a typhoon, I think, in the Philippines that did a similar thing. it's just dropped so much rain, and they've had like massive landslides because it's all quite muddy around there and people are dying. It's horrendous. One of your rivers is expected to crest at 64 feet above normal. Lord Doyle's here. Looks like it's time for a Dolly visit. Huh? Hang on, Doyle. So wait a sec, dude. Where's the mouse gone? There it is. Right. Come here, boy. Shh. No barky. Rep headphone users. He's so excited. There he is. Cheesy bites. He's having a haircut on Wednesday. Wednesday haircut, haircut hype, guys. Because I think you'll agree, it looks like a scruff at the moment. The hamster, can you keep it more classy, dude? Hmm? No. Say hey. Hey. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
He's been waiting for his cheesy bite. Connor. Hey Doyle and Mrs. Squirrel, how are you today?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Home player. 12 months with amazing content. It was a pleasure and will be a pleasure to stay here for the upcoming awesome content. Keep up the good work, and regards to Mrs. Squirrel and Doyle. Thank you for 12 months, home player. People are asking, how are you?
Better.
Better.
Yeah, yesterday was absolutely horrendous. We died.
Today?
Yeah.
Yesterday was horrendous. She thought she was going to die, and today she's better.
Stand up today.
She can stand up today. And what does Doyle think of the new fridge?
He loved it.
He loves it, apparently.
Although
He especially
didn't
likes
like
the
it
hatch.
when
You can just pop the hatch open and grab a beer. He loves that.
he didn't like it when I was overexcited for the ice cubes and I brought one. And it skittered across the floor.
He didn't like the ice cube skittering across the floor, though.
Oh, it turned into a fun game.
Doggy beer for the win, yeah? Thought you weren't overfeeding him. Okay. It's up to you. He's too heavy. Whoop. Say bye-bye, pal. You getting fat on cheesy bites? See you later. Next time you see him, he'll look all cute and white and fluffy. Squirrel logistics for Mrs. Squirrel and Doll. Cheesy bites from me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Down you go. Yep, there's none on the floor today. Go on. There's none on the floor.
No, I didn't drop any.
You didn't spill any today.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I've got a can of Spezzy in the fridge. Can I have it, please? Huh? Which one? We're not using the big one yet. Well, I didn't think we was, because we can't use it when the kitchen guys are in. I was going to quickly show you, because I know some of you wasn't here earlier, and you probably want to see the video of the kitchen, which is just a very quick overview. Only takes 60 seconds. So just in case you didn't see it. That is the hob and splashback. That's the microwave on top, the double oven underneath. That's the kitchen counter. There's still bits everywhere and stuff, but you see the tiles are in. That's the new Miele washing machine with Wi-Fi, so I can use my phone to talk to my washing machine. That's the fridge. That's the pop-open hatch, where you can get your stuff, get your drinks and beer or whatever. And then this is the main event here. Select cold water. You can change the temperature of the fridge and the freezer and stuff. Yeah, the washer has Wi-Fi and there's an app that you run. And it notifies you when your washing's done. So you can have crushed ice or ice cubes. And cold water on tap. It's all plumbed in. But yeah, it's not finished yet. There's like wall sockets and stuff missing, and some tiles need doing, and some grout needs doing. And it's getting there. I don't think Wi-Fi in a fridge is quite as useful, to be honest with you. The Wi-Fi on the washing machine is actually quite useful because it can tell you when the washing's done, and you can see how long it's got left, and that's actually handy. As opposed to a fridge, which is like, okay, I'm not sure what you can do with a fridge. Yeah, exactly. A fridge app. Yep, it's still cold. I mean, if the fridge starts to get too warm, or if the door's open or whatever, the alarm goes off, so you'll hear that anyway. Play Skyrim on the fridge doesn't really appeal to me. I'd rather play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on the fridge. I believe the really expensive ones let you play Fortnite. Yeah, but it can't, Ben GT, not really. It can't really tell you what's in the fridge, that's the point. Fridge Nights is new DLC. I think all of the new Miele appliances are Wi-Fi enabled, because that app there lets you add appliances and you can look at all the different categories, and they've got cooker, washing machine, fridge, dryer. So I think if you buy like a Miele cooker with Wi-Fi, it's got the same stuff on it, and it'll tell you what temperature it's at, how long is left, and it'll alert you when stuff is done, which is just crazy. Stu's Twitch, it's a G27 shifter with a, an SKRS on top. Uh-oh. Overtaking a triple like a boss.